Welcome back to the Poison Touch Advice Hour, the podcast where a man on vacation and his friend give you all the best and worst advice to deal with all of life's predicaments. I'm doing my first in-studio recording with Stephon. Not my first. We've done these before, but it's been few and far between. So it's interesting to have this up. I'm excited nonetheless. Stephon, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. By the time y'all are watching this, I will be on my trip in Thailand. So updates pending. But we wanted to, I wanted to give y'all something to listen to.
Hold you over.
Yeah, while I'm on my trip. So here we are. We are doing, hold on. My necklace fell off and I don't feel like putting it back on. I'm just going to ignore that.
It's fine. You don't need it.
No.
It's not part of the storytelling.
No, not at all. We are here to get into some asshole content. You know what that means? That means I troll Reddit. I find weird relationship questions and we talk about them. I got one, and because it's Halloween, I figured I would get one that's kind of scary, right?
I can't wait.
So here it is.
Like scary or like
scary, ooh.
Okay.
My 25M boyfriend enjoys rimming and analingus, but I, 22 female, have started to hate it. How do I bring this up to him without upsetting him? I, 22 female, have been dating my boyfriend for about 1 year.
Real quick, they came in guns blazing. There was no transition. They barely greeted us.
Yeah, but that's the title. That was the title. Okay. So you gotta get it summarized.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Recently, I've been dating my boyfriend for about 1 year. Recently, around 2 months ago, my boyfriend kind of forced my head toward his anus during oral sex. I didn't want to upset him, so I went along with the anal play. For a while, I thought I enjoyed it, but now it seems like that's all he wants. I've been fearful of telling him how much I'm starting to dislike the act, especially since he wants me to rim him daily.
Daily?
Daily, and it's affecting my sexual attraction toward him. I don't like it specifically when he ends up farting in my face.
Shut up.
And I can feel the fecal matter in his butt. He since then started almost riding my finger, riding is in quotes, and now it's bent over, full deep arch in doggy style, which has me questioning his sexuality. We barely have regular sex now because of my lowered libido and his insistence on anal play. I'm very concerned about my health because of me having a sore throat and cold symptoms every time we do it. And sometimes he smells not so pleasant, but I don't want to make him mad as I feel it's the only reason he wants to stay with me. My feelings toward him are now dimming and I'm scared I'll lose attraction. Loose, not lose. I'll lose.
Something's loose.
Something's loosening. I'll lose attraction for him completely. How can I bring this up to him without hurting his feelings? Then there's an edit. I also want to add a few things. I never mentioned if he has pleasured me. At the beginning of the relationship, yes, he had. He has eaten my back end from time to time, and I told him that I did not enjoy it and he did refrain from doing so since. He knows I enjoy nipple play and oral sex, which he used to do a lot, but now has complained that my nipples are quote unquote too small and it's difficult to stimulate, even though I'm very sensitive there. But that has been a while. Before we get into this, I have very small nipples, but I enjoy nipple play. I don't think that's an excuse.
I don't think it is an excuse because the nipple is still there. If anything, if they're smaller, they're easier to deal with because there's not a lot of surface area.
Yeah,
you can get it all in your mouth or whatever you're doing.
If there's not like a big dish plate, smaller to get in the just
right.
Just tweak on them a bit.
That's actually crazy to say someone's nipples are too small, so you don't want to do anything, even though it still gave her pleasure.
Right. I find that.
I have a lot of issues with a lot of things that were said.
Well, let's start. Let's break it down from the top.
Let's go from the top because there's some points.
There's a lot. Okay, so they've been dating for a year. 2 months ago, let's forced my head towards his anus during oral sex.
So what position was he at to be forcing a head? Was he on his back?
He must have been.
He had to have been on his back.
Because he probably was like pushing her head down.
She's like, oh, balls, got you. No, not balls. We're going lower.
Further than balls.
And then he has to literally arch his ass up into the air.
Well, he got to toot it up a bit.
You got to toot it up.
And then she's like, oh, you want me to lick the perineum? Okay, fair, And then he's probably like,
Do you
Lower.
know
Lower.
when those people do those trick dunk shots on the trampolines and they're like, it's kind of like legs up in the air and like the middle? He kind of had to be in that position.
You're foul. I want you to know that first off.
I mean, that's the visual that I'm getting because, okay, that's fine. He wanted you to try something new. Great. But it sounds like he's not preparing properly.
Because she said he's not so pleasant down there. If you are a straight man and you're into ass play,
Daily ass play.
you need to be on the same regimen as these power bottoms out there. I'm not playing with you. There's no reason why you should not be taking your fiber like the rest of your pure for men. You know, take your
Figure it
take your
out.
pure for men like the rest of the girls. Figure it out. Shower, washcloth.
And if you like to do that, then you should be hyper vigilant down there, I feel like.
You would think, right?
Especially he wants it daily, which I can't get over.
Daily.
Daily rimmings is nuts.
Daily. He needs to get a toy.
That's the next thing I was gonna say. I'm like, you need to get him that little rose toy.
Yeah, with the tongue.
And figure it out, because baby, people have jobs.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't like that she's like questioning his sexuality because there are a lot of straight men that do get off on ass play.
Yeah.
The G spot is up there. So yeah, men are gonna enjoy it.
And I think it's weird and almost selfish of him to make her do that all the time. Even if you like it a lot, I would still question if I'm making my partner do that much. I need to hold back. I don't want to spoil it.
At what point are you coercing your partner into sexual acts? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, the one thing I don't like from her was the questioning the sexuality thing. Because he could definitely be a straight man and just still really be into this.
Yeah.
That being said, I think he's foul.
I think she's like now annoyed and panicking, and like, so now her brain is going somewhere negative to kind of rationalize it to be, well, maybe he's just gay and that's why he's doing this to me, because no person in their right mind would just always force me.
It sounds like he wants her to peg him. Because it started off and he was riding the finger.
Give him a crumb.
Now he's full bent over.
Well, he's dunking on bitches.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Yeah. I think if I heard a story recently, not recently, but you know when you say recently, you mean like a month or two ago? Months,
years even.
Someone was saying that they were into ass play. It was a straight guy, and he was like, "I was so into ass play, I thought I might be gay. So then I tried having gay sex once. Was not for him.
No,
he just liked ass play.
And that's all it was.
That's what it came out to. I think this is one of those situations.
It has to be, because I refuse to take anything else as an option.
That being said, he's going about it the wrong way. If he's really into it, he's got to be like, and also if she's not into it, he just has to find
a way around it.
And the rose toy, I think, would be the way to do it.
I think so too. And they also need to talk about moderation, because I'm sure she doesn't have a problem doing it for him every once in a while, but it seems like it's excessive at this point. And also, what is he doing to like please her? It sounds like he was, and now he's not.
And now he's not. So now it's all focused on your ass. No wonder he has a lower libido. She don't want to fuck you because it's all about him.
And it's all about her face and his butthole. I'm so sorry. That's especially for a woman. 9 times out of 10, they're not trying to do that. All the time.
Why not? I feel like I don't know.
This man wants daily, Jake.
Straight.
That's my issue.
I need ass daily.
Funky ass.
Funky ass, no.
Funky.
But that's the thing. I'm like, if he really wants her to do it, that shit better be pristine.
Pristine.
I'm talking douched and dangerous.
Constantly.
Douched and dangerous. Fiber out the wazoo.
But my other issue is, she said she's like losing attractiveness to him, but then she's afraid that he's only with her because she does that. So it honestly doesn't sound like if you broke up, you would miss him that much.
And I think they have other relationship problems that they need to work on.
I think so. And I think this ass eating is not helping.
Because
it's accelerating them.
To me, if I'm with you and I feel like the only reason you're with me is because I eat your ass, why are we together? You're telling me that's the only reason I think that you're with me?
Well, we would have to reassess.
Like there was no love before that. I mean,
did she say anything about the relationship?
She said they were dating for a year, but that's about. It was mostly about the sex part of it.
Because I'm trying to figure out what are the other what else is keeping you here, because it sounds like she's worried she has to start dating again, more so than losing him.
I feel like she would have mentioned if he was like a really good partner, or if he like treated her nice, or if he had money or something. Since we don't get any of that,
Maybe there are other men.
We don't know what she sees in this man.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a big dick.
That doesn't necessarily do anything. That's just an aesthetic at that point.
She said,
That thing's decoration, it sounds like.
my pussy has led me to places I would not go with a gun.
And here she is.
Well, because maybe she's like, I'll eat it out, but you gotta let me ride it.
I hope so. I hope she's getting something out of this because it seems very.
Can you ride it and eat his ass at the same time?
Do you have any like action figures in here? We can figure it out.
I mean, none that are bendable. I've got lots of anime figurines, but
It's like, give me that Charmander.
So if I'm on it like this, you'd have to be really flexible.
No, she'd have to be shaped like a U.
She would have to be fully like.
Yeah, no spine, no chest cavity, just no ribs.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a feasible way. I was like reverse cowgirl. No, no matter how you slice it, it's not working.
Well, he wants to be pegged.
Well, you could 69. If he eats you out, you could eat her out.
Okay,
but I think that like it should be y'all eating each other out.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out what this man actually does because it just seems like it's all about him.
Exactly, that's the problem. I just think she just needs to leave him. I think that's.
I think so. Break up with him because there are other ones. I promise you, baby, and there will be a moderate or reasonable amount of ass play in other relationships.
And maybe ass play with someone who actually cleans down there.
Well, let's hope.
My feelings toward him are dimming, but we don't get like, I really wish we got more about like
their connection.
Did you like any part of this? Because also they've only been dating for a year.
Yeah,
I feel like you're still within the bounds where like
it's fine.
It's not like you have a family and kids that you have to worry about. You've been dating for a year. I think you can break up.
It's like, how'd you meet your father? Well, he made me eat his ass for the first 3 years every night. What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray for you. What's your name?
Her name was Comprehensive Eye 62.
Well, insert long name here. I will be praying for you tonight, and I hope you make a good decision regarding the status of this relationship, because I don't know if this is the one.
She likes nipple play and oral sex,
but he doesn't like to do it because her nipples are too small.
That's a bullshit excuse.
That's a bullshit excuse. That's crazy. Doesn't even make sense.
What do you don't need
big ass nipples.
What, are they too small to put in his fingers? Use your tongue.
I'm trying to figure out logistically what's the issue.
Yeah. I don't get it.
If anything, I feel like you can do more with a nipple if it's smaller.
Right. Roll it around in your teeth.
Yeah, you have a lot of surface area like to lick and hold on. Okay, we're going.
You gotta lick it before you stick it. You gotta get it nice and wet so we can kick it. You gotta lick it.
Okay, I do not know the song.
You don't know the song?
No, I thought
I'll play it for you later.
Okay.
It's like an old house song.
That's why I don't know.
Yeah. I have nothing else to say to her.
I have nothing else to say to her either because you break up with him.
Yeah, this was foul.
I'm just stuck on he wants it daily and he's not taking care of himself.
That's the biggest thing. If you want it, you have to be prepped.
That's an inconsiderate partner. And also, are you secretly into scat play?
That could be another thing. And then that's something else entirely.
Skibbity boop bop.
I think they need to break up.
I
think on his own personal journey, he needs to figure out what he likes in ass play. Mm-hmm. What's the best way for him to get that in a partner? What's the best way for him to get that without a partner? Yeah. How to best clean out his asshole. Order Azealia Banks Bussy Boy soap to get rid of whatever dead, crusty skin is down there. Because, straight men don't really wipe like that.
They don't.
So.
And also, we're going to talk about her later, about her canceling that Chicago show and then shitting on Chicago directly after.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can talk about that now, actually. Let's just get it out of the way, because.
They were eating her up in the mentions on Twitter.
At the time of recording is October 7th. Azealia Banks was scheduled to perform at Radius yesterday, correct?
Saturday,
October 5th.
Monday, yeah.
It's currently Monday.
She canceled 12 hours before.
Yes, she canceled 12 hours before. The reason being, Radius said that one of their promoters wasn't properly compensated, and therefore Radius canceled the show because they didn't feel comfortable going forward with it. That being said, of course, it is all on the fault of Azealia Banks and her team for not paying the promoter. Her shitting on Chicago.
Calling it our welfare New York.
She said it was welfare New York. She called us all broke.
And it's a town full of nobodies. or nobody's lived there or something.
And then, but because you know she does it all the time. The tweet directly after, she was like, I already have the flight booked. I'll perform anywhere. I just want to see my fans. Y'all are the only reason I do this. You know, I love my Chicago fans.
But you just shit on us.
Yes. And that's why, and I think more people should do this. I think we should stop engaging with her. I feel like even talking about this here, I feel like we're like feeding into it. But I feel like she is very
a rage farmer.
Evidently, if not bipolar, there's a level of mental illness there that us feeding into is not productive. Because she flops forward and back on opinions so often.
And it feels like sometimes she's either taking too much of a medication or not enough of a medication.
Yeah, and that's not a job for us. That's a job for a psychiatrist to figure out. So we're gonna leave that in the hands of a psychiatrist to figure out. That being said, I do hope she gets whatever she needs.
However, how's she her claim to fame gonna be singing over house music and then shit on Chicago, which is the home of house music?
That was what I was gonna get to next. You have to understand the context of this,
and we would know you.
Without Chicago, house music would not exist as it does today for you to be able to rap so skillfully, might I add, over the house beats. The talent is there. It's the rest that I have the problem with. And sometimes, you know, the thing is, apparently recently her shows, she's been late. She's only performing half the song. She's like kind of pulling like a Lauryn Hill.
And there's nothing on stage but her, a microphone, and a dream.
And that's where, you know, something pings off in my head because I saw her in 2015. She had 5 background dancers. She sang every song.
Sure did.
She commanded that stage like nobody's business. So it was one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
I saw her once too, like 2015, 2014. And that's when she had the long hair. I think it was like 1991. Mm-hmm. And like that's when she was still like getting all those Vogue features, and like she was at the fashion shows. Like she was like the new rising it girl.
She was working, and she was still getting in fights. She was still being problematic, right? She was, because that's who she is. She's always going to be, you know, she's always going to start something. And, you know, that was part of the charm, I think, for a bit.
Yeah,
it's fallen so far now that we just have to wonder. I'm like, are we okay?
Because you're getting in your way of so many. You're just so immensely talented, and the way her mind works, no one can do it like she does, and there's no one like her.
She's like just blocking her blessings at this point
all the time,
which is so sad because I truly, like, when I say it was one of the best shows I've ever seen, it is one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Oh yeah,
she commanded that stage like nobody's business. It was wild. It was fantastic.
I missed that.
Yeah, and I would love for her to get back to that. And I would hope this is just like a really rough patch for her. You know what I mean? I feel like she doesn't really put out anything. I feel it's at least 4 or 5 by this point. Because I think after she had plans to put out Fantasy 2, and like there was a moment where she was like really optimistic about her music, and I was the fans were like, oh, okay, we're here for new stuff.
I think it went back south again when she got those new boobs.
Damn.
Those new hard boobies and that music. Just
the Anna Wintour hard tits.
Just, oh my God, put them away.
Listen, and
that funk ass bob.
And
those little bitty ass shorts.
If that's what she wants, I support her. If you want big hard titties, I support you in that. I support you in that.
Yeah.
But also, we have to wonder: are they like parasites? Are they like draining? They're draining the faculties here. It makes me nervous.
Something is afoot over in the Banks house.
Yeah, but also I think some people were getting like really offended by the stuff she said about Chicago, and I think you just have to take everything she says with a grain of salt.
She's not a real person. She's a cartoon character.
Like, you just can't put I mean, you know, people. It gave very manic episode, and when people are going into manic episode, they say lots of out of pocket shit.
But again, she just says things all the time. She's like a stream of consciousness.
Yeah,
and it's very eloquent.
She's got a very colorful vocabulary.
Colorful, like I said, that mind, the creativity. She is a wordsmith.
Yeah, 100%.
In any context.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I would not want to get into it. Honestly, maybe I would want to get into a fight with her just because, like,
I'd be demolished.
Oh, I'd be ashes, just smoking.
And I'd smile the whole time.
And just blow away in the wind, and I can die now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, So we're mad at her. All of Chicago is pissed, and they let her know.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, while I do understand that, I just at some point have to be like, part of what she wants is that rage, and I feel like if we just stop giving her
The rage.
the rage,
She's basically talking into the wind.
yeah,
It's
you
like,
know what I mean? Like it, like that meme where it's like, you guys are weird, blah 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 blah, and then it's like the group of people huddled around, and they're like, okay,
oh,
and then they go back to talking. At some point, it's just got to be like that. Just let her scream into the void, do her whatever.
yes.
If we keep feeding into it, it's kind of what you want.
It's like, what's that saying? Like, if a rapstress screams in the woods and no one's around, can you actually hear?
Exactly.
Or does she make a noise?
And you can't hear it, but you can go on SoundCloud and hear it.
Oh my god.
Do we have anything else we need to cover?
No, not with her. Was there another yes or was that the last one?
There was one more. This is kind of a short one. Let's see how short
we
it
don't
is.
have to do it.
We're back from our break where I went to go find a short asshole question. This one's pretty quick. Am I the asshole for betraying my hairdresser? Now, this is something I feel very strongly about.
This can go either way because they be fucking up.
Okay, let's read. I've been going to the same girl for my hair for the last 4 years, and we've been such good friends. But the last 3 times, she's made such a horrendous job. And then in parentheses, too short, uneven on the sides, basically giving me a borderline bob when I didn't ask for one. And I didn't have the heart to tell her each time, so I went to a new hairdresser. I feel bad I went behind her back. Okay.
I don't think your relationship with her has anything to do with her doing a bad job. I like a lot of people, but I don't trust them to do certain things. Like, I think you could be a great person, but if you fuck around and give me a bob on accident,
You give me an uneven fuck ass bob.
my hair, and I have to wait for it to grow out on my person.
Yeah. Then we got issues.
Yeah, betray her. You are not the asshole or the asshole.
Professional courtesy should come before whatever like friendship that you've had with this woman. You know what I mean? And if like y'all are cutting up to the point where it's affecting her hairdressing, then yeah, I think you're well within your bounds to change. That being said, if that wasn't the case, like if she was still doing a great job and it was like something else, and you just went to a different hairdresser,
that's different.
That's different. Then I would think you're in the wrong.
I would think you're in the wrong because like why would you not be giving that person the money, especially if they do a great job and you like them? What are you cheating on them for? What you looking for?
Yeah, and because you really build a rapport with the person doing your hair.
Yeah.
I've been going to my barber Brandon. I've been going to him for almost the entire time I've lived in Chicago. Because he used to come to my old bar.
Okay.
So he would be at my old bar, and he knew one of the other bartenders there, and so we got friendly that way. And that's when he was like, "Oh, I'm a barber." I'm like, "Well, I moved here, maybe like a half a year ago or whatever. I need a barber." So I started going to him from there. He moved to a different shop. I moved with him.
Of course, that's what you do.
I moved with him.
That's what you do.
So yeah, and
if someone else has to like reline your head the way you like it, that's just a lot.
Yeah, and I got curls, so I don't trust just anyone to cut my hair because some people don't know how to cut curls. No. Then they just fuck them up, and then my curl pattern's all messed up, and then I gotta rehydrate and figure all my shit out.
Wet and all this.
Yeah. It's like a whole thing. So Brandon knows how to cut my hair right. He knows what I like to do. He knows that if it's wintertime, I might start growing out the faux hawk again.
Okay.
Because it's just it gets cold out, and I let my hair grow out. So I'm like, yeah, let's start growing the fake mullet.
I love that on you. Actually, I forgot about that haircut.
I go through cycles. I'll grow out the faux the faux hawk, and then I'll just buzz it off in the summertime. And I've been kind of doing that for the past 2 years.
Mask for mask buzz you just did. I enjoyed that too.
It's cute because then I open my house and I open my mouth, the purse falls out. Bloop. You're like, oh, what the hell?
It's like a Tory Burch.
Yeah. I wonder how that worked. I wonder if people were like, oh, he's cute, I'm going to order a drink from him. And then I'm like, hey, girl, what can I get you? Like, and they're like, damn, fuck, another one? Shit.
One.
Thought I had it this time.
But I like that personally because I'm like, oh, they're one of us.
I love that. I mean, personally, I am the CEO of the Look Like Tarzan, Talk Like Jane Association.
No, you say that, but you're not. You truly.
I don't know.
Not.
I think I am.
You think you are, but you are not because I know much more extreme examples of that, and you do too.
I do.
You just think you are just this little fluffy little dainty little thing.
In my head, I am the most dainty, most demure, little tiny little
Uh-huh.
breath of a person.
Just a speck.
Yeah. Which
Just a little
also,
dust.
let's talk about Demir real quick because I have been saying Demir for years.
Well, Jules owes you some money.
No, it's not even that. Because I'm happy she's got the success,
Same.
and the happy she's got the money to fund
The
her
humble part
transition.
girly.
Yeah, I love that for her. I'm like, yes, fund your transition. She was making money for her family and stuff.
Mhm.
I love that.
And I've been following her for years. I'm like super excited about her.
Love that
Love
for
it.
her. That being said, I'm gonna find a new word. I have to find a
You
new
have
word
to.
because now when I say demure, people are like, "Oh, very cutesy," and I'm like, "No,
No.
that's not it."
I'm using the word.
I was using the word, and I'm still using because I was always using it in the way that she used it, where she would be like, "It's demure," and I'm using it ironically because
Yeah.
I'm everything but.
Yeah.
But I can't use it
I
without
don't know. When you do that little like over the shoulder thing you do, that's very demure.
it kind of is,
Very subdued.
it's a little puss, Eh. But yeah, I gotta workshop a new word.
Let's see.
I still have dainty. Dainty's always in
Dainty like
fashion.
that. I'm trying to think of a new word.
I don't know.
We need to get a thesaurus and just like go to town.
You know what word I've been into lately?
What?
Negligee.
And how often do you get to reference negligee?
Well, I used it the other day because they were having Madonna Rama at Atmosphere.
Okay.
And it was a pajama party theme.
Oh, okay.
And so one of the customers was like, what should I wear? Because there was like a group conversation. They were like, oh, what should I wear? Someone was like, I got some silk pajamas, and someone was like, I'm just gonna wear, like a flannel type thing, but make it kind of cute. And I was like, oh, you should get a negligee.
A negligee.
And put it like off the shoulder.
Yes, it's just that one just strap.
Yeah, it's just one strap off the shoulder.
Just loose.
Yeah, so I was like, you gotta get a negligee.
And I always think of like garters around the thighs when I think of negligee.
Yeah.
And just like a slight little saggy tit.
A little candelabra.
First of all, is she haunting the house?
No, but she's checking to see what is haunting the house.
Period.
She's got to check.
Oh my gosh. I would have come in those like old Gold Rush Prospector red ones with a little butt flap.
Not this.
And then like the sleeping cap.
Honk shoe,
and
honk
then
shoe.
Honk shoe, baby.
What would I wear to a pajama party? I think because I sleep naked, so I don't really have pajamas like that.
Well, that would catch a case.
That would. So I'm trying to think.
Register on a list.
What would I like? I think I would have to go out and buy something. I would probably try to buy like a silk set though.
Oh, you know what I have? I have a few years ago I bought these like matching Rihanna, like these Fenty.
Oh.
It's like this gold yellow crop top with like gold short shorts to go with it, and it also came in like a fuchsia color too. So I have both of them.
I like the Fenty sleeping shorts that look kind of like boxing shorts. You know the ones I'm talking about. I like those a lot. Maybe I would do that in like a tank top.
Like a tank top.
I'm trying not to say wife beater. We moved away from wife beater.
Yes,
and what is the word that they use now?
Wife lover or something.
No, that's stupider. I don't like that either. I think, what are they calling them, ribbed tank tops now? Is that what they're called?
I mean, that's technically what they are.
Yeah, I think that's like the official word.
That, but
I don't like it either, but it's better than wife lover. I think
it's
that's just as idiotic as wife beater.
Very stupid. If you did do the boxers, I think it would be cute if you did like a layered boxer, like two of them, like a one kind of up, and then maybe like one with like a pattern, like the old school ones, and then like the Fenty ones underneath.
That's
fun.
Like the silky. That. Well, that could be cute.
Give it like dimension.
You know what? We need more pajama themed stuff.
See, we said we're gonna have a onesie. Well, I made that up an hour ago.
We could do that. Party. We could still do that.
Because I want to dress up like a little animal or something, like a little beaver or something, like a cute onesie.
Okay. So at Queen yesterday.
Oh yeah,
the theme for Queen, because Lucy Stool starts like she tweets out the theme for the looks and stuff. This one was House of a Thousand Corpses. It's a Rob Zombie horror movie.
Oh yeah,
you've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't seen it in a couple of years, but I was like, I know it's like a Texas family. It's like kind of country or whatever. So I put on that flannel yesterday.
That's what that was for.
A little cut off flannel. Because I was like, I'm going to start dressing kind of on theme. Like, I'm not really like turning looks per se, but I'm going to dress somewhat on theme. Yeah. Because it just feels fun. So I put that on, and then we're having a good time. And people are like, one of them was I've heard some drag queens dressed as like the clown, but like cunty.
Mm-hmm.
Someone did the daughter. Someone did the Doctor Satan, like from like the end of the film.
Really?
Really, really nice. I complimented them on it because I thought it was really cool.
I didn't know there was a theme. Were you the only
Yeah,
one on theme out the group?
no, out of the group, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Out of the group, yes. But also, I didn't tell them what the theme was. I
Oh.
just kind of like was like, I'm gonna do
Just
the
come.
theme.
Just make sure you come.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Don't complicate it.
but I think we should all start doing the theme. But point is, I was in that thing, and I go up to get a drink, and some straight guy turns around and is like, "Yo, your costume is so dope," and I was like, "Huh?" Because I'm in like a
Yeah.
cut off flannel. I'll put a picture up here for y'all to see. I'm in this cut off flannel, and he's like, "Yeah, your costume is so dope," and I was like, "Oh, I just went
Okay.
along with it." I was like, "Yeah, thanks,
He
whatever."
wanted your body.
Sure. No, he was like aggressively straight. He was like, "Oh, bro, the costume is dope." It was like that. It wasn't like
Not aggressively straight.
aggressively straight. That's how I knew he wasn't trying to hit on me because it was like, "Bro, that costume is dope, man." And then he tried to dap me up and stuff. You know, I
Oh,
don't
I
do
hate
that.
when people do that.
So I just kind of like I'm
out.
like limp wristing like this because I don't. I'm like, "Thank you, sister." So then I watched House of a Thousand Corpses today.
Exact outfit.
The exact outfit,
Oh, really?
down to me having a chain on my pants. I'll also put the picture up here, but I'm gonna show you.
Oh, that's so funny.
So I inadvertently wore the exact
That's
outfit.
what you were. Wow. Look at you.
So I guess I was in costume.
Come on, accidental slay.
I was in costume. I just thought that was really silly because I'd seen the movie like years ago or whatever,
Yeah.
so I like knew like the general theme of it, but I hadn't specifically watched it recently. But now I'm like, oh,
Baby, that's you.
that was the exact fit.
You
So
just need a wig. You need
Yeah.
the middle part.
I just needed the middle part in the wig, and that it's very casual cosplay for the costume or
I
whatever.
love that.
Yeah, because
That's you.
that's the fit, and that's the fit. So shout out to that straight man who apparently is a very large fan of House of a Thousand Corpses who recognized me. I didn't even recognize me, but he recognized me as the son when they're going on their way to the Red Hot Pussy Liquor,
Yes.
which I think is the craziest name for a liquor store. The outfit he wears to go get the Red Hot Pussy Liquor, that's the outfit I had on.
Shout out to you, Ryan, for the great compliment. I assume his name is Ryan.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't ask his name. I was
It doesn't matter. He's straight.
I was so taken aback by him complimenting my costume.
And then he flustered you. He tried to dap you up. There's a lot going on.
It was a lot.
And it was
going on.
clean. It's
I'm gonna start doing that though. I'm gonna start going up to people who are not in a costume.
Jake, don't do that.
Your costume is serving, bitch.
That reminds me. Yesterday, I didn't send this to you guys. This guy tweeted it's like, someone commented, "Yes, body positivity" on my picture of me just being
I saw
clothed
that.
and existing.
I saw
Then I
that.
went to one of his pictures and saw the comment.
Wait, you saw
I
it?
screenshot it. I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, because I was looking for the exact one. I couldn't find it.
Because it's 3 o'clock in the morning when, okay, so they were at Queen last night, and I went to sleep at 10 p.m. and woke up at 3. They were all chatting in the group chat from 3 to 4, waking me the fuck up even further. And that's when I saw it.
Because we smoked that joint and we were sending each other screenshots from because we had Shazammed a lot of music that night.
And I was like, what is going on?
Because the music was good, so we were Shazamming stuff to make sure that
Clearly.
we had it.
I had like
there was some good
36
stuff.
text messages in the course of 15 minutes.
It was cute. Anywho, we'll leave you with that. Rob Zombie, that you made many deeply unserious films.
Very much that.
Deeply unserious.
He's gone now, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like he was.
Or was he canceled?
I think he was canceled. I feel like he was doing some racist
Probably.
stuff.
I feel like,
If I remember correctly.
I don't know.
That's neither here nor there.
The girls will let me know in the comments.
Yeah, you guys let us know.
Stephon, let the girls know where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram on x20_20x. But
Underscore.
20 is spelled out the word 20, like TWENT. Like
Yeah.
that.
Analog, bitch.
Right, very analog. Or you can find me on Twitter, which is a little bit more spicier version of me. What is it? I was like, damn.
I was like, damn. WUZ.
See, like, damn. I'm glad you remember because I sure didn't.
Yeah, because I always think it's a Taylor Swift lyric.
Do you? Anyway, that's
Because doesn't she have that lyric? I was like, damn.
I had that like
Uh-oh,
15 years before.
You need to cool down. Whatever the fuck it is.
Now I have to change it.
I think you should change
I'm
it.
changing it now.
Because for the girls that don't know, they probably think you're like this underground Swiftie.
Oh,
you know what I
no.
mean? We change it right now. Change it up. Change your costume.
I'm changing it.
Change it around.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah. I've been Jake. You can follow me at Crowkunk for my usual shenanigans, or at Poison Touch Pod to support the podcast. You know, I got clips coming up. I do all that other stuff. When I'm back from Thailand, I'm going to do some restructuring. I'm going to, make my 2025 schedule. I'm going to pre-record some Yassel episodes so that I don't have to do everything on the fly, and therefore have less workload for myself.
Yes.
And we're gonna get into season 3 probably in November. So I'll probably take the first couple of weeks of November off, and then we'll actually like mid-November, early December.
You'll see him when you see him. Okay.
Spring September.
Good things come to those who wait.
Spring September.
Spring September.
Isn't that what she said about her like fall collection or whatever?
Is it? Who is she?
One of the housewives.
Oh.
She by Sheree.
Sheree.
Yeah, her.
Not Sheree references on Poison Touch Pod.
All right, we'll catch you on the flip. Bye, friends.